Which school are you from?
University of Central Missouri.
901.
Well, my agenda stand approved is presented.
It's for my grad
And
project.
let's pull it up and up for you.
You know what my dad used to tell me?
Henry County Commission, Henry County, Missouri, Tuesday, June 10th, 2025, 20th day of the April term. The Henry County Commission met pursuant to adjournment.
Kind of true.
Jim Stowe, presiding
He
commissioner.
was a senior executive.
Mark Weston, Northwich Commissioner, Jake Bradley, Southwich Commissioner, Kelly Merritt, County Clerk. At 8:57 a.m., Commissioner Stone brought the meeting to order. The agenda was presented. The minutes from the Thursday, June 3rd, 2025 meeting were read. Commissioner Larson made a motion to approve the minutes. Commissioner Bradley seconded the motion. Motion
She's later
for
than
allergies this morning. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Expenditures from the following departments were approved to be paid. Payroll, prosecuting attorney, emergency management, road and bridge, elections, buildings and grounds, law enforcement, GR, inmate security fund, assessor, general county government. Commissioners reviewed and approved the add-ons and abatements for the month of May. Commissioners signed a letter to MoDOT to approve Great River Engineering as a consultant for Northwest 700 Road Bridge, number 0280017, BRORO42001. Gary and Kathy Mount were in to visit with the commission to discuss the Senate Bill 190 senior tax relief. Gary was under the impression that the rate was being set back to 2024. Commissioners shared the reasonings it was set for 2025. Gary continued to share that he was displeased with the current assessment. Commissioner Larson shared that they need to contact their state representatives regarding the reassessment, that it was out of Assessor Largent's hands and he is doing what he was made to do by the State Tax Commission. Commissioners discussed the West Central Commission meeting that will be held Thursday, June 12th, 2025. Commissioner Larson will attend the meeting. Commissioner Stone left the meeting at 9:24 to attend a workforce development meeting. Commissioner Larson shared that he had spoken with Margaret Coleman regarding getting word out about Senate Bill 190 to senior citizens. The Democrat has published it, has been on social media, the radio station has spoke about it, and it is on the county website. Collector Treasurer Watson said he would be sending a reminder in the tax bills of those 62 and over. Dennis Bowers, Road and Bridge Supervisor, shared that he needed to order a load of piling for the bridges. He shared that he had enough for maybe 2 bridges. He needs to put it out for bid now. The bid opening will be set for June 24th at 10 a.m. He also shared that Southeast 100 Road in Bethlehem is the 3rd bridge they will do this year. He needs to get the beam bids for that bridge as well. The last time they bid out beams, it took a couple months to get them, so he's trying to get ahead and have the beams available as soon as he is ready to build the bridge. The bid opening for that will be June 24th at 10:30 a.m. Dennis continued to update the commission on the projects at the Road and Bridge Department. He said the bridge on Northwest 400 Road over White Oak Creek was right on track and should be opened by the anticipated date. Dennis shared that he asked Lindsay Chapin with Great River Engineering to draw up a contract for the Southeast 100 Road. He shared that Davis Township was doing ditch work and that the county has culverts all caught up. Commissioner Larson asked about Northwest 650 Road in Big Creek Township. Road and Bridge had gone out and cleaned up the culvert. Dennis shared that they had went last week and cleaned a lot of culverts that were filled with debris. Dennis shared they can't do anything with the roads as that is up to the townships and special for districts, but the Road and Bridge would keep the pipes clean. Dennis shared that he needs to speak with Ryan Slater of Leesville Township regarding Southeast 1151 Road. Dennis shared that he was told yesterday that on Northeast 1130 Road in Tebow Township, gates have been put up blocking a cemetery. He wants to get the landowner's name and research it. At 9:59 p.m., Officer Nick Smith with Clinton Police Officers Association was in to ask for permission to use the Southwest Courthouse yards to set up a beer tent for Old Glory Days. Commissioners approved the use of grounds. At 10:16 a.m., Commissioner Larson made a motion to adjourn the meeting. Commissioner Bradley seconded the motion. Motion carried.
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll second that. Motion been made and seconded to accept the minutes as presented. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Sorry, guys.
You're fine.
I'm in and out. I've battled allergies more than this year than I have ever had in my 3 years.
It's been a rough year for him.
Bill.
You get it?
That is so weird. I literally put that on there yesterday myself. Like I did it.
She done it this morning. It worked fine, didn't
Well, I pulled mine up. It didn't show up, so I had to close out of it. And then the second time
I
it
feel
did
like
pop
I
up.
It is another 7 times.
Oh, yeah.
It's not coming.
It's not there.
It's just blank. It says agenda and that's it.
Well, we don't have an agenda. No. There is nothing on
it? There
it.
it does, though.
I knew the meeting was rather formal. That's kind of.
It's really informal, huh? I'm still struggling with my computer changeover downstairs, so I don't think those are. I'm not used to it, I guess. Dennis did say that was northeast 1130 on Antigua Township with the cemetery blocked off, right?
I think so.
Well, I think that's all it was. 11:30.
I can't figure out where that's at.
I wasn't sure if it was that one that's kind of off of AC, the gravel road where it kind of kicks back and
That's right.
around over there, going over towards like
Antigua Township?
Leighton's area. Well, it
It's
could be right there on
possible.
the corner.
Yeah.
I don't remember the
was
name of the
thinking
cemetery.
1130 road the other way, so that's probably why I'm not finding it, because I was going the other way.
I talked to Beacon this morning.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Manager, nothing wasn't there, so I left my card and messaged with the people. And
You haven't talked to anybody, talked to him yet. I mean,
well, I talked to the
Actually,
people that
no.
was in there, but
Yeah,
there
the
wasn't a
manager.
manager. Wasn't in there.
when she goes there.
They didn't say. So I told them, you know, we don't mind you guys using them.
Yeah.
Just don't let them crawl on it.
No.
And it's like, it's hard to get them stopped. So they've been taking them to in behind their building there. I guess they got like a lot.
It's like a gravel lot.
Yeah. But like I told them, it's like, use the courthouse lawn.
Yeah.
So I think there's a big misunderstanding.
Yep, that's what it was.
But they was good with it. Mirror excavated.
Secretary of State was here yesterday. Wasn't here long.
How'd that go?
It was
That
good.
it? Good.
Hey,
They left our vault. They took a picture in front of the old books.
12:42. It's done.
that's White Oaks, isn't it?
Yeah. Great River did share with me yesterday the bid opening that we did. You guys should have got that in an email as well.
I haven't checked my emails this morning, so.
Okay. Obviously, there's a spot for Mark here to sign off on, so we can't really
Yeah,
finish it, but
we need
there's
some.
the letter and that's
Yeah.
who they suggested. Also, we discussed a coroner bill. I didn't pay it yesterday because I wanted to talk to you guys about it first. So, an indigent burial is when
Yeah.
Of what?
some indigent, sorry,
Doesn't
You're
doesn't
fine.
have any kinfolk.
they don't have anybody that is responsible for them. Well, in Missouri state statutes, if that is the case, it is up to the coroner to find the most reasonable, cheapest
Right.
burial, which includes putting them in the ground. I mean, everything from start to finish. And I think we've had maybe one or two of these before,
We've done.
but we have one.
Okay.
The coroner's budget is already in trouble. That's definitely something that we're gonna have to look at amending is the coroner's budget, and it's no fault of his own.
Right.
He's
No,
already used all of his autopsy
Yeah.
budget and everything
So he was
over and above.
figuring for X amount and went over by quite a few.
Right,
Yeah.
but no fault of him.
Right.
We budgeted $20,000 for autopsies and such, and we've already spent over 21,000
Yeah.
halfway through the year. So he only has 31% of his budget remaining as of yesterday when I looked. But it's a $750 bill from Van Sant Mills. It was cremated. The man did have a burial plot, so we didn't have to pay. We don't have to pay for that, but we did have to pay for his cremation and to put in.
We don't
It's
have to.
$750.
We don't have to dig that deep hole for it.
I don't know. It's all the
That's
same.
just, you can make
It's all
a
the
shallow
same.
grave.
But
Yeah.
I wanted to explain it before I brought it up
Yeah, I already
here
knew.
because he just turned it in yesterday afternoon.
Indigenous people, that's.
Yeah, I mean,
burn 'em.
Missouri statute says we
Yeah.
we have to,
Cheapest.
so
Right.
there's no we're not going to pay that.
No,
Right.
right,
Just
yeah.
be aware we're taking more out of the coroner's budget of money he doesn't
Yeah.
have. So
Okay.
when we do
We're gonna change. or
when we
fix
do
it.
amend our
How
budget.
soon should we be amending that for him?
Let's wait a little bit.
So Rick usually I've never been in charge of that.
Right.
Rick usually waited until October to
Yeah.
make sure we caught the most of everything.
Okay.
Rather
Still
than-
maybe one or two, 10.
Right.
So if you amend it in June,
Mhm.
and then something else big comes up, then you have to amend it again. I mean, it's a whole process to amend it.
Amend it.
So Rick usually like we're like I said, I knew he only had 31% of his budget, and there's a couple more things that we'll have to do. But usually October-ish
Right.
is a good time to amend it because we only got a couple months left, and so just try to do it all at one time instead of every time we have to have an
Yeah.
amendment.
Sounds good.
We're looking at October-ish to amend that. You can't amend the budget because you've spent, it's only if you like receive money that you don't have budgeted. So like the insurance claims that we've had, we can amend that to put those insurance claims where they belong,
Okay.
come October. So
Mhm.
Okay.
we don't get to amend the budget just because we spent more than we had. That's
Makes sense.
And the coroner's line is in general revenue, so it's not like we're blowing anything or you know.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's just we just got to get it lined out.
So does that make it easier to amend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're amending the GR fund, which you're probably amending anyways because of other things. and
Right.
So, yeah, it'll be all right.
Okay.
This will be my first like full-fledged process through amending the budget by myself. So that one will come up to be paid on Tuesday. Also, I received an email from Casinger this morning with their membership letter and a resolution for membership and a bill. If you guys just be prepared to look, I'll give it to you. Look at that. I'll go ahead and cut the check Tuesday, and you guys can do the rest when you're all here. But
Right.
that's coming down the line too. So.
Mhm.
And that's for 2026.
Did you read Mark's email?
I read it last night. Yeah.
I will not be here next Friday. I know you guys don't meet on Friday, but don't come looking for me. I'm having a wisdom tooth pulled on Thursday afternoon.
You're
Oh,
right.
me
I
too.
won't be around looking for you.
Uh-uh.
Took advantage of
Well,
my
didn't we already pay Casinger for this
not
year?
for 26, or we paid
For
for
25?
25, but we haven't paid for that's for 26.
Oh, for 26.
Yeah.
You're early.
No, we did it in April last year for 25 because I looked.
Really?
Yeah. Because I thought the same thing. I thought we'd do that.
Yeah, I was
No,
looking. I was
it's
like,
for 26. Once I got to looking, it's for 26, and we paid in April of 24 for 25.
okay.
So.
Now, I want to hold off a little bit on this. I'll make a copy. And I want to go talk to him. Because I may make some changes on this. Because here, I'd like to see Jay go. I'm having issues with Leslie. Because supposedly I don't have any slots for Henry County for the tax board.
Well, y'all discuss that. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
And I want Jake on it because I think it'd be valuable to the county to be. And I talked to Ashley a little bit, but I told her and she said, well, I just don't know. And then I said, you know what? I'll go off the case board, put him on, and then fine. Then he can be on the tax board, and I'll go on as just business wise, because I can do that too. Because that's what I done for Rick.
We'll see if you can figure that out by Tuesday. Because we're not here the end of next week. Next
Holiday?
Thursday's a holiday,
So we're gone.
so you're not meeting.
Gosh, we get that off.
Yeah, I scheduled my eye doctor's appointment and getting a wisdom tooth pulled. It sounds like a fun day, huh?
Yeah.
I took advantage of my holiday.
I want to make a copy of that. I'll take it over. Come on.
Sure. I just got that this
But
morning. It looks like
I
it
will.
might have been sent to Rick before, and it kind of got lost in the,
Signed
yeah.
somewhere.
It's fine.
Anyway, that's what I'd like to do for kids. Because I think it'd be a valuable asset on tax board. Because he knows more about it. If I go on the other way, I can still be on tax board. I just don't have any trouble with the bill. It's just a matter of
Yeah, it's just making sure we got the right person on the
that's
thing.
what I'm trying to do.
The bill itself, we can still go ahead and
Talk to
pay.
Mark a little bit. I think he believes the same thing.
Well, we can pay the bill regardless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not worried about that.
I'll make sure that comes through. I was reminding, sorry, Jen, that you guys don't meet next Thursday.
Juneteenth, right?
So anything that we're looking at or that might be done, needs to be done on Tuesday.
Mark had something he
Yeah, he wants to
talk
talk
on
about
Tuesday.
that road on Tuesday.
Yeah.
That he sent a message about.
And I had to apologize. I guess I didn't have my notifications set up for Teams. So I didn't know, I never seen those messages until last night. I just happened to see it.
That chair does not belong there. It belongs over there where it was at.
Don't make us have to put a table up.
You're not allowed to move chairs in this office. It's a new rule.
It's an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
It's too cold over on that side.
We're gonna put a table over it, Kelly, if you want it.
Yeah.
I don't need the only thing stop.
We can do that. Put a
Good
table
morning,
there,
Mark.
put
Morning.
papers on. Put table there, we can have different papers on it. Keep people out of that
This
chair.
room's already small enough. So
Boy, it is, isn't it?
It's bigger than it used to be.
What?
Really?
Commission meeting, we knocked out a wall.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. You couldn't got that table pretty well filled up everything in the office. Didn't it?
Yeah.
Tough and nice.
I used to sit on the other side of the table, three of them on the other side.
Okay.
And that was all the room there was, huh?
Yeah, that's what the commission used to sit behind was that table.
Yeah.
You want to put that in the file next week?
Yeah, I'll just lay it back on the
Yeah,
top.
because then I want Mark here too.
There's the
Yeah.
top part. No, there's a piece missing to this. There's a letter. Nope.
From K-Singer?
Oh, that one. Oh, there.
That's what I want.
You want to add this bid
Yeah, we'll
thing
add
to
that
it as well?
Tuesday as well.
That's a
Yeah,
good process.
We're gonna have to have all three of your signatures.
Statement one, did you have?
It's over here.
Bring, I'm with this.
I got one downstairs. I'll bring that.
That's
Then
pretty
you got
good,
an
man.
extra
Oh.
one.
Okay.
The problem is I start running out of room up here too. And I still haven't found my solution for this over here yet. I thought about walking over to Furniture City and seeing what they have.
See what they got?
Yeah.
They may have some. Can you turn on my computer?
No.
Mark, I need to get my signs done. I know you've not been busy doing anything at all in this county in the last month.
I didn't know you still worked there.
I didn't know
Right.
you still lived here. Who are you?
Hadn't seen him in a while.
He's been absent.
Been
You've
busy.
been on the road.
I was on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a good
well,
vacation?
Sort
Now, last week you was, wasn't
of. Yeah, but how many times I caught him in his office last week while he was on vacation?
you? Well, that's what I thought.
My daughter like, what are you doing here? I'm on vacation.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Here's, okay, you seen that, and here's more caution. Hey, all I got. Let's see.
You're talking
That-
about what Mark sent yesterday?
Yeah.
Just we can have a
Scott, here, Scott.
widen the road a couple feet.
I would certainly
Through
speak
the-
with Dennis.
Hmm?
Dennis will
Yeah,
have
Dennis, I
ideas.
have all that. And then he comes up.
Maybe, just maybe, we ought to see what Mark needs.
I
so
don't
we can
need
get to work.
anything except for waiting for Dennis because he asked me
Okay.
questions about the Gary Scott issue.
Oh,
No.
okay, that's what they were just talking about.
And then I got a question for you. Did you ever get a reply from Dr. Scott on that email that you
So
sent?
he did call.
Okay.
Another, yeah, he did call. They're looking into it.
Okay. Okay.
What was that on the
The cat.
yeah.
That's what it was. I couldn't remember what it was exactly.
He did. He called last week and let me know that they didn't forget about it. They're looking into it.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
He called me last week and let me know they didn't forget about it. They are looking into it.
Oh, good.
Senator Josh Hawley sent a person out yesterday and went out toward the James area of our county.
Do what?
Senator Josh Hawley sent out a member of his crew to go toward the tornado damaged area.
Oh, good.
They did.
Yeah,
Josh Holly did.
we went out yesterday afternoon and did that.
I figured there's gonna be some stuff over that.
Hopefully that gets
On
hurt.
May 19th,
Hopefully that
right?
gets.
Approved.
Yeah.
Yeah, their biggest thing they said was we need to get a hold of the state reps, not because he's on the federal level.
Oh.
There's not much he can do, but he's like Jim Cavrillo and whoever else in the state level. And they need to go to the governor and advocate for us.
So yeah.
Okay.
We're still working at it.
At all following the bills that are sitting on the governor's desk. The passage, are you guys following that at all?
A couple of them.
Are you aware that there's a tax relief bill sitting on his desk for signage that is tax relief for everybody in certain counties in the state
With the cap.
that will affect us?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you're paying attention.
Yeah.
I've done some thinking while I was driving this. Something should have thought about was getting that adopted. Okay. We could have done it. And talked about it last year. But then you know the big thing is 24 when we're out there.
Right.
So
Did Dennis tell you what?
I
he
still
needs?
don't understand. how
No,
they can't.
I've been watching
I
it
mean,
again.
I don't know.
Watching
24 is
it
already
live,
done.
so I'll
Yeah.
get it.
so
You think it
I was
would
wrong.
happen in a year.
it's freezing.
I mean, if
I
we
did
could
that
switch
the
it to
other
the
day.
24, I
We
said,
got the closed
Switch
caption
out,
network.
yeah,
we keep
that's-
but we kind of got to wait for the
I think
software
it's
to get in
episode-
here
I
before we
think
really
it's-
know.
Can't do anything.
I bought new microphones just like Mark Larson uses.
Yeah.
So last or Tuesday and today are the first time we've used these, and I could tell on mine that it was better. But
It was the speakers on our computer.
do you need a set of? I think I have an extra set.
We got some more.
Okay. So I think I have an extra little set in the office if you need one.
We need mics,
No speakers.
so speakers.
See, when I was listening to it on my phone before, it sounded like we were in a fishbowl, like it was garbled.
It sounds like another. Yeah, last
But
one.
that the last one sounded tons
Yeah.
better with those microphones. I think we figured our microphones slowly shut out.
Have you talked to Scott?
Which
We
guy?
have a bunch of speakers too.
Oh, that's got downstairs.
Yeah.
He has everything under the sun.
Well, see, whenever we closed up some of the workforce development offices, there was a lot of that business equipment got. And Scott got a bunch. I got some scanners, which were no crap, but anyway. Oh, we need to talk to Tricia too.
About-
Well, I wanna know what she really wants.
Oh, for her
For storage,
storage,
yeah.
yeah. I think her major concern and why she continues to keep in contact, which is great, is she don't want you guys to show up and say, you have a week to get your stuff out.
Right.
And that's her biggest concern is she wants a time frame so that, you know, she
She
can
work
be
at,
prepared.
well-
She doesn't want it to be a last minute situation where you guys come tell her she has to have it out and she doesn't have, somewhere to go. with
Yeah, I
it.
wouldn't want that to happen to her.
no,
I
I
wouldn't
don't,
either.
that I had no, as far as I'm concerned, that's why before we ever set a time frame, you better have what she's thinking about doing.
Well, we don't know a time frame because we haven't heard a time frame from Darren.
That's
So
right.
we're
And,
Right. But
and
I
they
think
got,
that's her biggest, and that's what she's worried about is you guys are all of a sudden gonna tell her
no,
you need to have your
No.
stuff out and we don't have a solution for her.
because 911's not completely out yet. Are they?
Well, I have stuff over there too.
oh.
No,
I
I'm-
didn't
but
realize
that part of it,
Yeah,
I
they've
guess-
got the concrete pad core, but they don't have the building yet.
my big thing is we're getting a time frame. You gotta get everything lined up and do
that.
it.
For what?
Yeah.
We can't just say, you got
The
next
city
month.
of Clinton,
Right.
their repeaters are in that
Yeah,
building.
yeah.
They're gonna move them out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Everything's gotta be moved out into another place. And no, that's the reason why I didn't wanna set a time frame because you don't know how long it's gonna take.
Well, I feel like it's our building, we're in control of the time frame at this time. I mean,
Hey,
even if they come in and say, okay, we've got all our stuff together, we're ready to move, okay,
no,
well, you
it's
have,
not
we have the
That's
building
right.
until,
till we're ready.
yeah.
That's all right.
No, with Lucretia, we probably need to find out what she's wanting. That way we can
Right.
get something ordered and
Yeah,
get it in place.
Well, that's my thought. You gotta
Yeah.
which
gotta
I
get
think
planned out what you want.
Yeah.
needs
And-
to happen anyways. I mean, it's
Yeah.
regardless of that needs to happen.
My big thing is I think the first would be nicer to have one place for all her
Yes.
stuff, cause I think she has the most stuff in there, doesn't she?
I think she probably does, yeah,
Agreed.
and she has secure, I mean,
Yeah,
it has to
has to
be,
be secure. That's what worried me when it used to be out there in the garage.
yeah.
Okay.
So there is a shed over there, right,
Huh?
on that concrete lot.
Yes,
What kind of shape is it in?
this is really good. Shape.
It's in really good shape.
Got electricity.
That one on the side? That's
I
what,
was wondering if you couldn't do something like beef up the security on that and make it, if it has electricity and everything already to it, would that be a great little storage area? If we could bump up the security, I mean, turn it into what she needs rather than pull something else in.
you're gonna have to have electricity with
And he said it has
it.
electricity.
No, but we're paying it, that's what I'm
I
saying.
thought we were.
Huh?
So
What?
you're thinking of just getting her like. a
Well, I
box?
was thinking, but just like over there, we're already paying electricity over there. My big thing is,
Oh, but
once,
where's the space?
but, huh?
You don't have space over there.
Well, what we'd have to do is have it on the other side of the deal, but what I worry about then if they wanna put a justice center in there, that's not gonna work.
That's what I'm saying.
Cause
we
you
don't
gotta
have-
have parking over there. That's the reason that lot was there.
Is there somewhere over at the jail you can put that building? You can move it.
We don't have the space. That's what I was saying.
See, we don't have space anywhere. That's our problem.
So when they built the detention center, they poured the footings to build a justice center. And that was what the little extra parking lot was for if it ever got there. So if we start putting buildings on it and then they
Then
decide
that-
they need a justice
Then you got
center,
a parking problem.
then we've got big issues. So I don't think that building anything over there or putting anything
No.
over there is a permanent solution. And I think whatever we do needs to be a permanent solution.
Yeah, but there's no need to have to do this again here in another 5 years or whenever.
Right. Well, and not only that, they don't wanna be moving their files every time we gotta move something, I mean,
And tearing down, and To me, it'd been nice to just tear the old jail out, but man, that's gonna be a long price.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's the benefit to that is
There is a great benefit.
we
to
would
that.
have space to do the things that we
Yeah,
would like
well,
to do.
A nice building,
So,
last month, oh my God. I'm kidding.
I mean, we're paying the electricity on it now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But then, hey, it's gonna go away.
Maybe.
We don't want
Depends.
to pay if they're over there and for the.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I'm
we
with
ain't
you.
doing that.
Yeah.
No, not at all. But
And if we're
I
just
guess
paying,
what I'm saying, Jim, is you're going to be trading one electric bill for another. It doesn't really matter
Well,
what
I was-
location that it's
what
at.
I was thinking about is looking out there like a jail and use the main hub. Cause then you.
Oh, just piggyback off
Yeah,
if it went over there.
yeah, but that wouldn't be the thing to do.
But you're talking like you don't have the space over there anyhow, so we're back at it.
And she talked about that little building over there by the old 911 building. But I think,
Where the
extension,
extension's
I
at.
think extension's got that full of stuff.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't think that little building is going to be big enough.
And
for
that would be.
Where's the
big
one
enough
that
for
you
all
was talking about, Kelly?
Huh?
Where's the one that you was talking?
On the jail, down here at the old jail.
Okay, that's where I thought you was talking about.
But isn't that a wood building?
It's wood.
I'm just saying, I mean, you could surely do something to beef it up if it's that nice of a building and make it.
It's got a bunch of stuff that needs to go to the landfill.
If we had some,
Computers and, yeah.
But it sounds like you can always use storage space.
tell you what,
Oh,
Right.
if we had somewhere to set
Why don't
that,
we-
set another container
That's why the
and
jail's
clean it
old
out,
jail,
put
because
electricity
we didn't have
in it,
nowhere to go, the old jail,
and
didn't
let,
have-
just have it for her, that'd be fine.
Why don't we wipe everything out and put up a
Wonder how
secure
big-
building there instead of the jail, and then we can use it for storage. We can. It's even big enough we can put in a garage space for Aaron if he needed it. At evidence bay or whatever.
Hmm.
But of course, it's that would be
Then you
doing
got
away
security,
with the
no jail. You gotta tear it
yeah,
down.
or taking it down, and building a new one.
And I'm just thinking the problems, I know, I tell you what, we tore that one old building. God, that was
If you
not
take it
good.
down before June 30th, we have a waiver to dump asbestos at the landfill until June 30th.
I can have it down this
Hey.
afternoon.
What are you
Mark,
doing this afternoon?
Are you wanting to go to work today? Is that what you're looking for? Yeah.
No, I personally hate to see cool buildings like that tear down, you know, I hate it,
Oh,
especially if they could be used for something, but
I think we could use the lot
if
more
it's a
than we could
benefit,
use.
right,
the lot's what I wanted, but I just.
Well, we
know-
haven't heard anything
just don't know,
out of
just
No.
don't know what the
Oh.
solution is.
what's it called? Forge.
Or back.
Yeah, Mark,
That's it.
Mark,
Yes.
here's here, right on my house.
Oh, Jim has storm damage.
I found 1130 road. It does go into the
Oh,
There's my house.
cemetery.
Look here, this is down.
was this yesterday?
Which one?
Yeah,
We had that little
1130.
we had that little pop up storm come over us.
this is down the Lenny's house. It was deeper than that. Hey, we was over spreading over the farm and that side.
I know.
And I said, yeah, guess what? It's sort of putting me right. I was so. And, oh, I looked down there and I go through that.
Check the messages.
Just came
But
through.
anyway, that's how deep it was. And we had an inch and 2 points of less.
30 minutes, yeah.
I should have called you and said, hey, we got a problem.
You gotta call the township.
Boy, it came down. And just, it was a spot, because that came down, they didn't get it.
I don't know why that would mark it important, that's funny.
What?
Oh, I talked with G.
Okay. Well. Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna run these downstairs to
Mhm.
Amy. You guys could actually probably approve some of these things while we're waiting for others.
Oh, yes. Said no,
Is that the 300?
This is just over 200.
Just over 200.
If you can keep them in order like you did last
Here,
time, we'll start with that.
Okay.
there you go.
So here's how I'll do it, Jim. Like,
Yep.
what works best for you? Just take it just right over like that. Slide right on through.
Okay. I got it. Well, get it side up. Turn it
Like that.
and flip it
Going
over.
back
No,
downstairs,
or this
that
way.
was-
Yeah, then flip it. Yeah, that's what I want.
You want it like that,
See
Steve?
down stamp right here.
Okay.
That's all I got to do. What? Let's see. Lay them back down.
Forgot what I'll look for here.
Yeah, that works nice there.
Okay. Make this happen.
Save my fingers.
I'm gonna try to straighten them up, but
That's all right.
see how the beating go yesterday, Jim.
You know what? It's
For the
pretty,
big foreman.
it's pretty good. We had a couple couldn't make it. But,
Yeah.
One was Steve Glasky, had a bit more sound, and I figured what he's doing. He's had his hands full.
Yeah.
And then Robert couldn't. He called in last minute. But anyway, out of all the Western, the workforce development, ours is only one. We had a 3% increase. The others had a decrease. That's why I was sticking with that.
That is good.
But some of that started back 2 or 3 years ago. We started the deal, said, hey, if y'all gonna be we need some accountability. I said, hey, we talked to all these people. We do. And try to give them jobs and give them help. And we give them money to try to work, OJT, and we never hear anything. So Missy started putting in a deal. And now we keep track of all them people for so many years after they're gone. And it's showing up and it's really improving. So anyway,
That's good.
so everything was good now. What happens next year? That's just the current people.
Yeah. Hang tight and see what happens.
Yep. Because we'd already talked about putting sand down around down around St. Louis and all that.
Really?
Get rid of that. Jeff City, I
Mhm.
guess in that area. Are you on those, hey, girl?
Mhm.
Did you have a big increase in the bill? I
Yeah,
didn't
I haven't looked
realize
at it.
Well, guess what? I just got my fitness and news. Man, it takes a hike.
Oh yeah. Yeah, honestly I haven't looked at it.
The one that we have just down at Owens, we don't do any. I mean, water's all pumped.
Oh yeah.
It jumped from 59 to 108.
Wow.
That's what I said. Wow.
Do they have an increase in the
I
rates?
don't know.
or-
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna look at that water usage in Costell. And the water is what.
Senior tax increase applications.
Kelly wants to adjourn. Have you?
I was gonna say I thought you had a meeting.
No.
No, I've got to do mine today.
Okay, Kelly wants to too. That's the reason.
Yeah. I looked on there yesterday.
Because you really need to listen now.
Yeah.
That's gonna come up here next month.
Yeah, I'm just worried. Like a couple people signed up
And
to
I think, how many we got?
one
Scott
so
said.
far, maybe two.
Yeah.
He's just gonna move it back.
I tell you what, he's gonna keep on. We're gonna have a table over there. So what's gonna happen?
You just need to get a wide angle lens on the camera.
Bolt the chairs down.
Yeah. Where they came, Brady, Bradley,
I didn't recognize.
who's
it.
that?
Mhm.
You know him?
No.
I think Ken knows Bradley's over by Windsor. Who's that?
Clarence is my grandpa.
Clarence, okay.
And Daisy. Grandparents. Little houses about to fall in.
We had, oh, okay, right there on the curb before you get into Windsor, on the left.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Before you go up the hill by Billy Price's.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got, I got a picture back in, well, I was a little bitty guy, 4 or 5. But my dad bought a, 45 John Deere combine, and he was over
That is
cutting
not a
wheat
room
because
for
they
sharing
could
dinner.
wheat on.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got dead combine. I got a picture of me and combine, and it's sitting right down that hill
Oh, yeah?
beside the house.
Well, that's
I
pretty
tried to
neat.
dig it out. see
Yeah.
Hardin's coming up in just a minute. He was waiting on me.
Yeah, he is waiting. I don't know why. Did you get your paper done, John?
What paper?
That you had to have signed. You caused me to just get soft and wet.
Well, I hate to tell you, but I lied to you. You wasn't supposed to sign it. No, Jake, it was the paper that you and Mark said he could sign.
I don't
For
know
the
what you're talking about.
contract.
I got on this too late.
It's a bridge deal.
Oh.
He comes out to my house, and I'm spreading chicken in there.
Yeah, you call it where you want. I call it stinky.
Guess what? It's all gone.
All
We had
done.
an inch and 2 tenths of rain right out.
I say we didn't get any rain.
Right? That's what I was
We
saying.
got tons at home.
In town, didn't get any.
It's a Taiwan guy.
We didn't get nothing.
I love it.
Doing a
No.
quick clean heat. I don't.
It just took you leaving, Mark, to bring Dennis back.
I've been waiting.
Now, I'm gonna take the chairs completely out of here.
What are we gonna do here?
Or move my
I don't
camera
think there's
angle.
an
You guys are
issue.
gonna be sorry.
We know where the camera spots are. We did figured it out.
Oh, we'll just wait.
Because she still owns her home. I don't know.
But quick fun, I don't know.
We had some others come through like that too, but Rick left a little note off to the side. I think we okayed it.
Well, a
last
quick claim deed, of course, as soon as they're dead, it's gone. I mean, it goes to the kids, and then hey, the home's not what's
time. Right.
it's the person.
So it's good, right?
Should be,
Okay.
in my opinion, but they won't know that until they go to court.
You wanna
We're not
make
doing
this one the last one?
Yes, and we'll take a break and get listen to dinner. Can we have y'all come up to chairs? If we could,
Sure.
set a table.
Is it my
That was-
turn?
It's your turn. Mark wanted to be in on it. Mark, you sat up there too, both of you.
We need to
Well,
have Lucretia send Gary Scott a stop and decease order for the right of way that he's tearing up on Northwest 1101.
1101 and 1000.
Township, Dennis.
It's going to be Bogard Township. If you look through the pictures, you're going to see where he's cut the bank and everything off right at the edge of the road, which is going to be becoming unsafe for traveling public, because if you are on a rainy night or something and you start around that curve, you're going to be off into the.
you talking about up here?
It starts right in here and goes all the way up to here. There's pictures there that
Okay.
shows you everything.
Oh,
See, this shows you right here where he's cut it off right at the edge of the road, and he's trying to get the water. He keeps going up there daily and cleaning out more of the ditch because he's trying to get all the water to flow one way. Well, as you get in there and look, you're going to see where he's got his terraces now draining out on the right of way. That's why he's got to have this big old ditch. Where if you look in the first one of these aerial shots here, Jake, see the water used to come across here in these two spots. Well, he's eliminated the water going across him totally. He's
Just
got
sitting
it all
there, bitch.
draining down here around the curve.
How wide a road is that easement was?
The road easement's 50 foot, and I went up there and marked it, and right there I think is one of my white flags. No, not that picture.
So right there, and that looks like a electrical.
If you go a couple pictures, couple more. But I got a couple pictures where my flags are.
Yeah, right here.
Right there's one, and right there's one, which is quite a ways off the road. It's on the. It's probably that ditch down there in the curve. He's got it probably 15 feet wide and probably 6, 7 feet deep. And then, but if you go, if they're still there, I went up there and looked, marked right away out last night for Mark, and it. Plus, he's using them big Ute trucks to go up and down 1101. Well, now he's got the ditch on the other side of the road completely caved in to where it's not draining nothing.
Is he on the other side of the road too?
He ain't done nothing to the other side of the road except cave in the ditches.
But does he own it?
He owns both sides of the road.
Okay.
And he's done informed me he owns both sides of the road, and he knows what he's doing, and it's nothing out of that I'm going to be able to please him about.
Is this his irrigation or what?
That's
he's
his
done?
terraces that's coming off his property around and draining down onto us. But see, those photos have to be fairly relevant to the over Sky one, because Scott must have just had to
We had
whatever
flyover this year.
is to refly over, because that equipment wasn't there 3 weeks ago. That equipment was on the back. I don't know what I just tore up.
Camera.
It's fine, just leave, it's not even operating at the moment. Just
But 3 weeks ago, that all that equipment was on the back side of his property, reworking all his terraces and everything. And this big ditch right here, Jake, here,
So this is the ditch. Is that a road?
that. No, this is the road. This is
Yeah,
the
looks
road
like-
that he has on him.
That's what I was curious.
But this big waterway right here, he's now reshaped it to go straight down this way, and has reditched all that, and has it to, and he's removed a bunch of trees to where he can farm all that without having to. I mean, it's a.
He's moved this out to here. Right? 'Cause
Well,
this looks
this
like
is
a road.
that's his private route.
Okay.
This waterway here, Jim,
Is where
is
he
now going straight across this way, and he's reshaped all that and removed all them trees.
Now, it looks to me like
Mark, do you need one?
here's a
No, I'm good.
Here's a ditch.
I just
So is this?
It looks like this is a ditch, the original ditch over here, or was. Is that right?
I can't tell you where the original ditch was.
That's Edger Road there.
Huh?
That's Edger Road.
Yeah,
The
but I
road's
mean-
right here.
And then you had 2 foot of light gravel on it.
You
And
see
then
what I'm talking about? Right about here is where the original ditch probably was.
You know where you're at on here?
I think so.
the original ditch set about 2 feet off
Said
the
1101.
road.
That'd be about right.
11.
'Cause right here's look like
There's 11
where it came.
right here in this
Right
corner.
here,
Right?
because it, see the dip? Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, this.
It could be.
And that could have been the original ditch. Now he's plowed this out and then he just plowed into that.
But what I'm getting at, he's taking it off right at the edge of the road,
Yeah.
which is going to cause that road to start sloughing off and wash. And the township's in concern that somebody's going to come down to that curve on a rainy night, a dark rainy night, and lose control and end up in a creek full of water and drown. Because it's so deep.
So yours.
If you got them out of order, that's your fault.
Nope. I was looking for the ones with the flags. These are your flags right here, right?
Yes.
And that's where our right of way stops.
Yep.
Okay.
So the road's up here.
Uh-huh.
And this here ain't so bad, but down there towards that curve
Where it's right alongside
where
the
he's
road.
taking it off at the edge of the road is where everybody's concerned about.
It's this outside right here is what concerned.
Yes.
So it looks like if he would build up the shoulder some, move his ditch into him a little bit, it would solve the issue, right?
We're gonna need to probably build all this up where there's at least 2 to 3 feet of grass back in there between the road and the ditch. Starting of the ditch.
Yeah, you get off the side.
So it
you're
doesn't
gonna
look
be-
like he's actually done with this
I don't know.
part of it. Did he say if he had any more that he was going to do
He's
there?
gonna keep working on it until he gets all the water to drain completely through that culvert that he put in. And
Where's the culvert he put in?
I didn't get a picture of it, but I was standing on it when I took this picture here.
It's in the curve.
It's right in the curve.
Well, if it's in the curve, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna go on down the way it looks.
Let me see that picture there. Dude.
I think
I'm standing at this picture here. I'm standing at the edge of the culvert taking this picture, and it's right in the curve.
Okay.
I didn't
And-
expect the water to go down that culvert.
He's working on it and keeps removing dirt until he's going to get all the water to go in this culvert.
Oh, yeah.
So-
That much water coming out through there.
Well, on a good rain with them terraces now draining out onto us, yes, there's going to be a large amount of water that comes
That's it.
down that way.
Cause we had that issue down out of here on 100 Road. Remember when I
Mm-hmm.
put up all everything and Stanton, and they admitted there, they had to do something. So they built it up.
So, and I called Mark when I first was made aware as to that he was out there working on us, and asked him if Gary had applied for floodplain permit, and he said not to rework his terraces, and he said not yet, but he has called the office. And I told Mark then, I said, well, he's been up here working a month reworking these terraces. Now he's out on the right of way, reworking all of it. And that's when Mark got involved.
That's in the floodplain.
So I pulled all that yesterday. I went out to look at it first, but no, it is actually, unfortunately, it's about 20 feet outside the floodplain.
Okay.
So if it was in the floodplain, what would it?
Well, then it'd change
Yeah,
everything.
it would change everything.
As long as he keeps it out of the floodplain, he's smart enough. Oh, that's the reason.
I think if we ask him to build up the shoulder,
After talking with him yesterday, he ain't gonna do that. He's a very nice feller.
Gary Scott does what Gary Scott wants to do. Don't believe me? Ask him.
I tried talking to him and explaining things to him, and he said, "Well, we'll wait till the road washes out. Then if we need to rip wrap it, we'll rip wrap it then. Until then, we're going to leave her like it is." So that's when I went up and marked my right of way, told Mark about it, and I told him after he looked at it to call one of you guys, to let you know what's going on with it.
Mark says,
I guess he talked to Jay.
Gary Scott didn't talk to me.
One of his guys.
One of the guys got a hold of me
Okay.
and asked for
Because that's who, yeah, he
what to
called me.
do. I didn't know it was to this degree, so I wasn't sure what was going on.
I'm not throwing you, but that's,
Oh,
he
no,
called
that's
me-
okay.
When he called me, he's like, Jake gave me your number.
Want some coffee? Want one?
I'll take a little swag.
uh,
Thank you, Kelly.
I don't need any of those things. I brought my own water.
But when he didn't tell me he was doing anything out there at the road. Everything they talked about was they're gonna start reworking. I guess they have like 9 miles of levee.
Oh,
mhm,
Yeah, that they've been working on.
Yeah.
yeah. Is this the same road as from the last year when we had the issue putting the 2 culverts in? Is that a different?
1101 is the same road, but it's probably
Oh,
2-3 miles down the other way.
Oh,
Gary was willing to do the dirt work and everything to fix the road up there by him if we would put in a new bridge on top of a new bridge. And we wasn't willing to do that, so that's when he said he's done with the whole works and left it. And then Bogart done what they needed to do and then do it in my lap.
yeah, we'll see what Mark can see.
Mark wants him to pay to fix it and send a letter to him to cease and desist.
Cease and desist.
I think that's what it was.
That's, it's in your messages.
Yeah.
Mark sent Jim.
Yeah, I read that. I'm just looking. I'm just trying to think what, because you got your easements. Well, we're gonna have to probably get an attorney about that.
But I didn't know if we could have Lucretia send a letter like we
Well,
did last
yeah.
time.
We can do that, but then we need to visit with Lucretia. Instead of-
And I have a packet for her with all the information that she'll need and with all the pictures.
Or I'll bet she's in court today. Maybe I know.
I don't think so.
I'll go with
She didn't look like she was
We may need to.
dressed for court.
Because it will probably. Let me see if
Be
she's
right
over
back.
it.
I can,
Huh?
I'm gonna use the restroom. I can always holler at her. Come over.
Way there, I'll step over and holler, see if she's in. Let's see what she's got. A minute.
Everybody else is stepping out almost.
I'll stay here.
Was that training from 11 to noon?
Yeah, I told Jim I was out of it, so.
Yeah, that's what he said. I wasn't for sure.
I mean, I can have Amy come up if you guys aren't gonna adjourn, but
No, I got to get into that training as well.
Josh Dugan from MoDOT just sent an email about a walkthrough for the bridge in White Oak.
Next Thursday?
Yeah,
Actually, that'll work out well.
MoDOT's, it's a federal holiday, they won't be at work. So,
MoDOT gonna have to be there too at the same time.
well, I mean, not Josh Dugan, I'm sorry, John from Great River sent it. Josh Dugan from MoDOT says that's a federal holiday. I won't be available. Which Dennis would also be off
That's right.
Unless you're paying overtime.
on the 19th, and we're wanting to do a walkthrough of the bridge in White Oak.
Yeah, we can do it. That's overtime.
Well, MoDOT said no.
17th and the 18th are open for that. Josh Dugan.
MoDOT's not gonna pay their people overtime.
Did you get my reply to your burn letter?
Yes, and I emailed Ryan. a copy, so he could print and send it.
I'll get a hold of him, make sure he
Checks his email.
checks his email.
It just needs to be from them. not us.
Exactly.
I didn't mind helping them write it, but
And see, that's what you want to do is take it down there and talk to the guy, because I guess he isn't that guy's been.
probably. I said, that is a rough place to live right there in that spot where that road's terrible. Yeah, I just didn't want it to have any impression that it was from
Okay.
us. I did. I emailed it to Ryan using the email address that you gave me first, but there was one too many T's in the name of his email address, so it bounced back. So I went,
Must have the glass.
I went and looked
That
again
or else
later.
that finger and keys again.
I found the right one. But yeah, just call him and tell him to look at his email.
Okay.
I'll just have to put the dates on there because I wasn't sure of the time frame they was going to give him. Shouldn't get lost.
I didn't see him out there.
I think you went back over to Lucretia's office. I don't
You guys setting off fireworks at Windsor this year? What date?
Fourth.
It is on the 4th.
Where's the fourth fall on?
Friday.
Friday. I should have known that.
Oh, you're off camera.
She's staying off the side too.
Okay.
You found her.
Lucretia was one. He's really not doing anything to the road.
I'm just asking.
As of yet, no, it has not done nothing to the road. He's just removed all the right of way from the dirt from the road, because now the road.
Mine's right here.
No, that's
That's yours.
right now.
Or that's like somewhere else down the road.
Yeah, that's somewhere else down the road.
Okay.
The
The curve is
right
the
here.
really steep part.
And see, he's cut the ditch or cut all the grass off right here around, going around the curve,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to start washing this off, and that root's going to start giving away. The township's in concern that somebody's going to come down this on a rainy night, dark, and not know that this has been all revamped and everything, and overturn into this with a bunch of water in it.
So is this like right here?
This is right about
Under your,
here.
Underneath the thing. Okay. Okay.
What if we had him put
To,
6 in?
to the road, no damage has been done except for them caving in the ditch on the opposite side with their big equipment.
Have they repaired that themselves? Or
They have not done nothing with it yet. They're still up there working.
have you talked to them at all?
I tried.
Okay.
Gary Scott's hard dog.
See what about just having put down 6-inch Gadian blanket all the way through the curve to help with the erosion?
That'll help with the erosion, but that's not going to resolve the issue of somebody running off that curve.
Well, you're gonna have to put curb up.
They could run off the curve
Really?
if it was grass.
Probably railing.
You're
Was
right.
how different was the ditch before? Like how deep was it?
The ditch was probably approximately 18 inches to 2 feet deep, where it's now 6 to 7 feet deep.
But if
And
he's gonna,
he's reshaped all that, the drainage of all them ditches up there to where it's forcefully got to go one way. Would you agree or disagree?
No, that's exactly what he did.
I mean, he's got his terraces now draining out on the right of way and forcing it down that big ditch.
there's nothing saying he can't do that, right?
You're not be
Yeah.
you should not be able to dump your water onto somebody else. If it's a natural flow, then you can't stop it. But to rework your land totally, to forcefully force it out to somebody else, that should not be.
who's
Lucretia
he
is staying
forcing
out
it
of
out?
floodplain.
Up here,
I'm just looking at this map. See what we're talking about up here.
no, I can't tell nothing about that. That's more
Yeah, that's floodplain. So
right here, he's got all these terraces now draining and coming out onto the right of way here.
Okay. So what's where your fingers at? What's there? Like somebody else's property, the road, what?
No, this is all his property up there. And he owns several hundred acres
Sure.
up there.
Sure.
I mean, you click on one thing and it lights up both sides of the road, so that tells
Right.
you he owns both sides of the
So
road.
where's that at on here? Or on here?
It would be back in this area here.
Okay.
And see where these two outlets here used to drain onto him, he's now taking them out and forcing them to stay
Along
on the
the
road.
road.
Yeah, along the road. And where this one here drained this way,
Mm-hmm.
he now has it draining straight this way and has recut all that to where it drains a different way. He's completely reworked the land to
Well, it's his. I mean, it's his land to rework
Yeah.
for himself. But
Yeah,
um,
but he's not on her. The bad thing's not on the easement.
what do you mean?
You know, he's staying off the easement right away.
back
You mean
back
along the
there.
Back to the road. Yes.
See right here, Lucretia, the road's right here.
Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch of grass.
And right here are some of my flags that I put where he's moved the ditch out here.
I'm just thinking,
And
if he's
as
reworked it,
you come
Right.
out of this
if he's
creek,
reworked it to where the water flows
Yes.
to the ditch, it's
and,
got to be that
and
big
it
to hold it.
gets closer
More
to
of
your,
an incline.
Carry.
yeah, and then it starts
I
getting
don't
closer
think
to
anything
the
on
road.
this backside.
See, we're right
I
here.
don't
We
see
had our
anything
grass berm,
Mm-hmm.
if we just
and this one
Haven't.
here,
and he's
He's
probably
taking
not
it
completely
completely
finished.
away.
Curbs what he's
and
got.
it's going to
fixed.
start allowing this
I don't
road
think
to
you
wash
have a
and
problem fixing that.
Huh?
I
slough
mean,
the
we would
road.
demand him to fix it,
No.
he'll fix it, but I
Oh,
don't think
I
you'll
don't
have a
remember
problem
just like
fixing
right
that.
offhand
I'd
how
say,
many
I would have thought he would fix
feet you
that,
guys
but
have.
But he's not done. So
But
he's not
yeah,
done.
yeah.
It's
It's just
25
not a
feet
finished
from
product.
well, you
the
gotta
road.
somehow get. I'll tell you what.
It's a 50-foot road.
So
Jim Smith's been helping. So I think,
Where's that
but then
put on
Jim's
that?
not doing it too.
Say
It was
Danny,
back along
Danny
this
boy,
way.
Bailey's
Is it-
boy, Miles. is
The
up there.
flags,
that
when I
is-
flagged this
You gotta
here,
have somebody talk to you.
was on the backside
Yeah.
along here.
but that's what the flag signifies.
I can't remember what his
your
dad's name is.
your
Eastman
your
is.
easement.
Right.
Okay. Are these mine?
Yes, ma'am.
Say. Okay. Let me look at it. What was the significance
That's
of this
floodplain.
one? Okay.
He's not.
In the circle area
That's
is
where
the
the work
work
is being
curve.
Yeah, that's where the work is being done. It's outside of the court.
Okay.
Just barely.
I'd say he knows enough. Lucretia, I pray. I'd say he knows. He's already got a map like that. Looking at
Should. Okay. All right. Well,
All
let
right.
me look at it. I
it.
got
Okay.
court here in just a second by video
Okay.
or whatever, but I'll get back to you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
We
Thank
also
you.
discussed
Oh,
your storage
yes.
situation.
Oh
We're
yes.
still
Good.
looking for a solution, but
Okay.
there's
All right.
still no time frame, no hurry, no rush. They don't-
Okay.
Lucretia.
Cool.
They promised me they wouldn't give you a week to get your stuff
Oh,
out.
no.
Thank you.
We're
'Cause
trying
I
to
didn't
figure
realize
out.
I had so many boxes.
Huh?
Got
Yes.
lots.
It's,
She's
you
got more
gotta,
than she got.
and you
I got
need
more
a
than a
the
Conex.
big thing is a lot of room, and how big a room you need.
I didn't
You
realize I
need
had
for
like
expansion.
multiple big multi-bed cells over there.
Hey, what was the name of that unit or whatever that you had in mind to put over there, have brought in? You had a name for it. I couldn't remember what it was. And I didn't write it down.
The Conex box.
Conex?
Is that what it was? Is a
Well,
Connex
That's
Conex-
box?
just what I call it. I don't.
See, that's what we got over there at the
Okay.
That's
big
just
barn.
always what the term I
I-
use.
if-
My brother uses them for storage with his.
Yeah.
business.
If we had something like that, like same as fridge on just for you, would something like that work?
What do you mean, same as the bridge part? Because that's not.
Well, that's
I thought you said
but
that
that's
was
a
not
container, which is actually
sufficient. We'll talk it over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I know what you're talking about.
moving on anything, so. Got it.
Something that's big enough and set it, and
Right.
that way it's.
We are working on trying to maybe eliminate some boxes, but it is a lot. So,
Well,
but I have my intern working on it, so.
you're still gonna have a lot of boxes to move.
Yeah,
That's the worst
yeah,
thing.
some stuff you
Yeah,
just,
no.
it's gonna be there.
Oh, yeah.
And some cases are multiple boxes. I
Yeah.
got probably 10 boxes in my office right now.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
right,
thank you,
thanks.
Lucretia. Big things to remove and dry.
Okay, we're done with that issue.
You got another one?
Yes.
You got another one?
Jake,
Uh-huh.
with the help of Kelly, we helped Leesville Township come up with a letter to send to the property owner to work on that berm issue.
Yeah. Okay.
I went down, Ryan called me at the last meeting they had, and we discussed it over the phone. And then I went down and marked the right of way out and stuff. And so he's going to take the letter that Kelly was able to come up with and send it to him, or take it down to the gentleman, talk to him, see if we can get that moved back about 4 feet, 5 feet, something like that.
Okay.
So that should help resolve that issue. Jim got the letter signed yesterday in a stinking mess for the Southeast 100 bridge.
Mhm.
The one that
Oh, just down from the
down
91.
from the BR bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as soon as Lindsay gets beam sizing done on it, I will get those beams put out for bid. Otherwise, we're still on track for the 24th
Yes.
to open bids for
You're
piling.
I said you had piling and channeling something or something.
We've got the
For this year.
channels already
Yeah.
came in, so we're waiting for the piling, and I'm gonna get that letter to Kelly today.
Okay.
Yesterday I spent my day running from one spot to another, marking out right of ways and stuff. So we got some other issues coming up down here in the deep water bottoms, but
Okay.
it's nothing we can deal with. Just like I told the farmer yesterday, it's nothing I can deal with until the township invites me in to help them out with the problem.
Gotcha.
So otherwise, I think mowers are out mowing. We got brush hog down south, our mowers north. So that's pretty well where I'm at right now. We're out fixing some guardrail on some bridges and putting in pipes whenever they come into us, and putting up signs. We had township order some impassable during high water signs, so we had to go get them put up.
Okay.
So otherwise, we're up to speed. Mark, you got anything? Nope. Jake?
Actually, no, I'm good.
Jim, you got anything?
No.
Nothing.
Kelly? Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
You got gossip, I can tell.
I know. I could not find my email on that BOE training.
Huh? Crap, I just had mine.
You can forward it to me.
I can
It's a
forward it to
letter.
you.
Never mind, Jake's missing.
Did you find it? You got it?
Yeah, I pulled mine up yesterday.
I still got all my pictures if y'all want
Might need them.
them. Got it. Okay.
next Wednesday is when they're gonna put the guardrail up on the BRO bridge on Northwest
Finish it up.
400. He was doing backfilling yesterday and had his lateral drains in and stuff. So
Everything's
he's just
looking
got
good
some
there.
more dirt work to do.
We just got an email from Great River about a walkthrough for that. They wanted to
Yeah.
schedule it for the 19th. MoDOT says nope, because 19th is a federal holiday, so
That's
they won't
right.
be working, so neither will we.
So you
So they're looking at the 17th and 18th now. You should have got that email, but y'all might respond if something doesn't work.
Okay.
Dennis, Ryan wanted me to ask the bridge down there at on 1151, the bottom of the hill.
At
The
the
death
bottom
Is
of
that
the hill.
one that could be possibly taken out,
The Death Bridge.
put
Uh,
a whistle or two in? Would it be able to work?
How long do you want that road closed?
That was going to be my next question on how long it would be closed to tear out the bridge.
I can have the bridge out in
Oh.
one day, but the problem is getting the culverts and everything patched and back in there. You're probably looking at a 3-day closure.
And there is no other way out.
That was what Ryan was telling me, unless we wanted something about Sperry's. I don't know if
Well,
connect
they
over to
own
Sperry's.
land there, but
So there's no road though,
there's
right?
no road. That would be
I say
a mess.
that wouldn't work. I don't believe.
So right there before you go down so say you're traveling north you're on the gravel, right? You're coming from the boat ramp.
Yeah.
Before you go down the hill, right there to the right, there's like an RV-ish park situation down there. That road doesn't actually go anywhere, it just goes to that. And I don't know if he's thinking about trying to connect that to Sperry's, who are on the opposite side, which is right.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
County line. That would be the only. There's no other way out except to buy water.
I didn't even know if that carried too much water to where the whistles would just get washed out too. I didn't know what you
Well,
thought.
it'd be one of them things that you're gonna have concrete in. But you can do the concrete while the road's open. But the deal is
Putting a pipe in it, backfilling.
tearing out the bridge one day, getting the pipe set 2 days, getting them rocked in and everything. You're talking about a 3-day closure.
Okay.
That's short term.
Yeah, and I told Ryan, I said it wouldn't be nothing this year. You know, if it's something we would almost plan for next year or whatever. But he was curious if that was a option. Not that we
And
want to
I
go
haven't
tearing
been
out
down
bridges.
there- I haven't been down there to see actually how much water flows through there on a heavy rain.
I haven't either.
I don't know if it gets buck wild, then it's something that we don't need to consider. But if it's just a gradual raise and go down type deal, then it's something you can consider. But if it's a raging waterfall fall through there,
Dang, yesterday would have been a good time to go down and take a look.
it wouldn't be good because it's unless you concrete around the pipes all the way, because it's just going to start
Eat it out.
eating your road, eating your rock out, washing it out from underneath.
Okay.
Well, as someone who had lived down there for several years,
I don't think you did.
it's not necessarily like it floods out. It doesn't flood. But so traveling this way, on this side of the road, there's a hillside that comes down like this.
Mhm.
So when that water comes, it comes fast. It's not just, trickling down that, because if it comes down that hillside, it goes, I'm talking like hillside, not just, so I've seen the creek pretty darn high, and it flows pretty quickly. It flows over there onto Larry Terry's property. But I think what makes it flow is because it comes off that hillside. So, you know, steep.
So a few sticks of dynamite, and we could level out the hillside a little bit.
Somebody's
slow
got their
walk.
deer stand there, and I don't think they would like that.
Do what?
Somebody's got a deer stand there. They probably wouldn't
Ain't gonna bother me.
appreciate the
Kelly's
dynamite.
got one there.
The dynamite situation.
Kelly's got one
I
there.
don't-
Yes, don't mess
So is
up.
that what you're telling us? Don't take out your deer stand?
Yeah, I think that's what I'd say.
I was trying to.
Put it nicely.
No, I was just trying to figure out, like, there is no other
There's just no
option.
good way.
There is no
Mhm.
other way to get out of there.
I don't. I dread the day that I have to go down there and close that bridge to work on it or do any major repairs to it because
It's a super highway.
You know,
You're
for a
gonna-
gravel
you're
road,
gonna-
it
you're
really
gonna have-
is.
You're gonna have all the hillbillies that were the people down there
Offended.
upset.
Offended. No, if you would have said redneck, I would
It
But I'll
depends
take
what
the
part
one.
down in there you live.
Hillbilly works, huh?
totally works. There just is no other in and out.
No. And that's what Ryan and I was talking about.
Yeah.
Because he said the exact same thing. He's like, I dread it.
Well, and the bridge is terrible. I mean, it is awful. Right now, there's that much lip showing.
You're right in the center.
Yeah. With a giant pothole on the other side of it.
Oh, that's what side I thought you was talking about.
Well, that it is that. There's a pothole, and then the bridge is sticking out. It's like a circle, and then
The
the bridge
bridge
is
ain't
sticking
sticking
out.
up. The road is just
Right.
not getting graded properly.
They need to start cutting in.
They're not. We just rock in
Carry
there
it
and
further.
fix it.
No,
No.
that's that thing it is they
It's
go
gonna
in
take
there
some
and
major work.
they dump rock in there and stuff, and that don't fix
No.
the problem.
Well, it looks like so much water runs down that hillside onto the bridge, and it carries all that silt and it leaves it right there on the edge.
Yep.
And it does.
Yeah.
I know. I've never actually seen it. Well, I have seen it over the road there, but not for long. It recedes pretty quickly. But I've seen it rush. I mean, there's a lot of water moves through there.
Wow. What about like a concrete apron to tie into the bridge?
How many days do you want to close? You got to close that road 7 days whenever you pour concrete.
7
Minimum.
days?
Minimum.
Holy smokes!
That ain't gonna happen. Just add some extra calcium to it, right?
No.
I don't
My
even
guys
know how
don't
you
lose
would.
that fast.
I don't even know how you would build a detour somewhere. There just is not a.
I didn't know if we could do it like the old days where we did lane at a time, but there's really only one lane for that bridge. You wouldn't be able to do any
Oh, no.
half and then
You
do the other
stop at
half.
the top of it and wait for the other guy to come off, or vice versa.
Then you, like you said, 7 days.
But there's not even like an old road or something that goes across.
Is there any way to make a down and out around it?
The low water
Or-
crossing?
Just so you can, till you get the bridge built.
Not in that push. You get to the
There's no
bottom of
room.
it, you ain't gonna get out.
Get that done.
It's gonna be
It's
this
the only,
way, then this
it's the only
way.
place I've ever wrecked a vehicle.
I'll give you one thing. I can see how it can happen. I really can.
Right at the top of that hill. So I've got it pulled up here on my integrity, Jake, and what he may be talking about, seeing if Matt would allow him to go through this field. I don't think that would be. The bridge is right here, Jim. And so it basically
Dennis.
cuts. Here's the bridge. Here's where Sperry's live, and then it comes out on this. We call this Catfish Road.
Can they come?
I could see their house from over here. It's just a wide open field, like this. But there is no road here, because this is what I was thinking about. This is where that
Excuse me.
RV park is,
What's wrong?
and you go back in here, but there's not a road that goes. There's no way out. There's no way out. I never thought
Jobber.
about that when I lived back there.
Chopper.
Chopper.
Can you
I-
We'll make a
I
ferry
honestly-
system.
Can you get there with chopper?
I honestly don't think that people in the community,
Or
if they had advanced notification, would be against a
Well,
couple days closure. But you have to think of emergency
Well,
That's
services.
what
That's
worries me.
how you gonna
You
get
have
people?
to, right, I
You
mean,
gotta make arrangements.
right,
And that's why I was wondering about, but if you can't do them go around,
there just simply isn't a way around that I know of.
I will do some more researching and looking into it, and because first of all, we need to figure out if culverts would be a solution. If culverts ain't going to be a solution, then there ain't even no reason to even think about putting.
Yeah, no reason to get everybody fired up
Right.
over it. Yeah.
So let me do some research and checking on that aspect.
I just didn't know if maybe that would be a solution for the problem that they have on that
Did you
bridge.
drive down there?
is there,
Did you see the washouts that are,
Dennis, is it wide enough to build a bridge beside it? Ask for different easements or maybe build a bridge and
You
I
can
don't
build
know.
a bridge beside it,
run
but
the road
then
into
again,
it?
you're going to have to reroute the road,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
and
I don't
that's
think it did.
That's
instead
not
of
a good-
having a straight shot, they're going to come over the hill and have to make a job.
Hmm.
So that's not a good scenario.
You're gonna
either.
hear that.
the bed, the rock, there's a rock shelf right there.
Exactly.
It's not gonna be, I mean,
No wonder you moved out.
We'll get
my
you-
mom still lives out there.
We'll get you down there head bit. You're kind of hard headed sometimes, I think.
Maybe
Then
sometimes.
Kelly out there.
So
Take after my dad.
I really
Uh,
don't.
back to the I thought I was doing
Gary,
northeast.
11:30,
T-Bone?
11:01,
Ooh,
1100.
11:31 or something like that. That
The cemetery.
the cemetery
Well,
road.
11:30.
I drove after the guys was griping and complaining about it and everything. I went up there and I drove back in there. The road is not blocked until you get right down there by the cemetery, and they've only closed off probably 100 to 120 yards of the roadway. But the gate is accessible for people to unlatch, swing open, drive in there to the cemetery and stuff like that. The property owner that done it, I feel like, did it strictly to keep the trash dumpers out of there. And then Kelly went and dug up.
There's a whole file here on Northwest 1300 Road, where they actually filed a petition to vacate it. I do not think it passed because the cemetery board kind of came out and said we don't want that
Yeah.
road closed. There had been a gate at that time put across. There's a whole file here.
You
It
said
happened in
1300?
2020. It's Northwest 1130. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing. It's the same. It's Hickory Grove
Same
Cemetery.
scenario.
Gotcha.
Same situation.
What did we do? Finalize on the one up there that we had that situation with?
This is
Where
the
the
same.
school?
This
Wherever
is
they
the
got-
same one. This is the same exact road. This is the same exact cemetery.
The road's open all the way back to the
Yeah, I know it.
cemetery, and then they put a gate up.
Yes.
He's got a gate across his driveway, and he's got a gate across the cemetery, so they can't just go back there and dump trash. But you can still access the cemetery. The gate's not locked or nothing like that.
How about his gate? Is his gate locked?
I didn't pay attention to his gate. It went across his driveway. It didn't
Yeah,
bother me.
But then you drive on back to cemetery.
Well,
Yeah.
As long as you can do that, I can think that.
Yeah, but I don't. see
And
an
it's
issue.
not as bad as when I brought it to you guys. The guys was telling me it was the road's halfway closed off. Well, it's nothing like that. You can drive all the way back to within 120 yards of it, and if you want to get out and unlatch the gate and swing it open, you can drive all the way back to
Yeah.
the cemetery. So I'm perfectly okay with. Is it going to change our inventory whenever I do it? Might change it by 300 feet, but that's about it.
We'll
That'll
see
be a
what
big
happens
deal.
whenever. Start
But
You
we're
need to
gonna,
mark
we're gonna gain 300 feet somewhere else. I guarantee you.
The only thing you need to mark so far.
And that's what I'll do whenever I do my road inventory, because they maintain the road the best I can tell back to the guy's driveway, which
Oh.
is right before the cemetery drive. Because his drive goes this way, the cemetery
Cemetery's
goes
on the other.
straight
I've been
ahead.
See, I've been there, but it's
That's what I mean. I was
been a long
down
time.
But
My understanding was when this all went on, and there is court record of what happened in the Bruce, I mean, it's all.
Yeah, we got,
The commissioners did not vacate the road.
no,
When this all happened, David Wilson was on the Tebow Township Board, and he went on statement, I believe, saying that they did not maintain the last half mile of the road. I think is what it was.
Yeah.
It'll be in here.
yeah,
But there was a portion back there that even then Tebow Township said they.
it was open, but.
Right, it was open, but they didn't maintain.
Okay.
The concern when this happened was the cemetery board didn't want the cemetery
Blocked.
blocked.
Right.
I mean.
But it sounds like it's an open gate.
mhm.
yeah,
And if anybody,
And if anybody wants
So
to.
it's
get
really
in,
not
they
hurting
can. So
I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm with you, Dennis.
On the deal
So-
like that.
it sounds like it
And
was.
I know
in the
where you're
same-
talking about now.
but it's nothing like what I reported to you Tuesday when the guys come to me.
Yeah, it's,
I knew there had been,
yeah,
when
we'd
you
already,
said that, I was like, oh man, we've already been through this.
we had quite, that was a road closing deal, cause some of them wanted to close it. They did.
Otherwise, I think I've caught you guys up on everything, and I'm leaving.
Okay,
Have a good one, Dennis.
If there's anything that comes up, don't call me. I'll call you.
Which would be better, if you Dennis, on the bridge opening deal.
The 19th would work great because that's holiday. That'd be overtime pay.
It's either the 17th or
Either day's fine. I'll be at work.
Just let you know, huh?
the 17th. Well, I'm supposed to talk.
17th would be on a Tuesday. won't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
That's next Tuesday.
Yeah.
They won't even have the guardrail started.
they'll have it when you said they were doing it
They're not
Wednesday.
going to start the guardrail till the 18th.
Well, then why is he want?
They're just wanting to do the walkthrough on the bridge to make sure the bridge meets your guys' satisfaction. That way, when they ain't going to have all the dirt work and stuff done on the 18th.
Okay.
Well, they wouldn't have had it done on the 19th either, right?
No.
But they're trying to get it scheduled and everything so they can meet their open date of the 23rd.
Hmm.
Yeah. They're right, and then
Makes sense.
Zach says, hey, they'll finish it.
Is that it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ladies
Thank you,
and
Dan.
gents, have a great day.
To you, Dennis.
Oh, Dennis,
Thank you.
you can come out there now and don't smell.
Do what?
Don't smell now.
I bet it does.
My link isn't working to go to that.
Did you send me the email?
I did.
See, I have not got it.
Well, I said I sent it. It shows I sent it.
I tell you what.
Can you copy the link and throw it in Teams at me?
I'll try.
What
It's not even letting me
What email you got?
click on it. The BOE training.
Oh. Can you print it? Just
Well,
print it
printing
out.
Gonna do it. You gotta go to a link.
Yeah, but once you find out the link after you get it from him, you can type it in.
Or
That's
he
all.
could just show me his screen and I can type it from him showing me his
Give him-
screen.
Give him your.
I can do that.
Well,
Maybe. That's tricky for me. See if there's another link, but I haven't seen one.
there's a letter. If you print that out, it'll tell
There ain't
you.
no reason to print it. I can
There's
see
a
my
link.
screen.
There you go. From here. Do it. Do it. Do it. Type it in. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Okay. Do we have anything else? we
I
need
was
to-
just think. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we've
Do
talked
I
about
entertain a
everything.
motion to adjourn?
Yes, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
And I'll second that. It's been made and seconded adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Now you know, do your class. They gotta go to school a little bit.
Schooling.
I got picked